What's up, race fans? Today we're diving into a milestone moment in NASCAR as Bubba Wallace hits 300 career Cup Series starts. From underdog to history maker, Bubba's journey has been anything but ordinary. Stick around as we explore how the driver of the 23 car went from replacement driver to victory lane at the most iconic tracks in America. When Bubba Wallace took the green flag at Kansas Speedway in the Advent Health 400, he wasn't just starting another race. 300th Cup Series start, joining an elite club of drivers who've shown the talent and tenacity to compete at NASCAR's highest level for the long haul. For perspective, only about 60 drivers in NASCAR history have reached the 500 start mark, making this milestone a significant achievement on Bubba's path to racing greatness.
Let's rewind to 2017. Richard Petty Motorsports needed a replacement after Aric Almirola's injury, and they called up a young driver named Darrell Bubba Wallace Jr. Those 4 races changed everything. Bubba impressed enough to earn the full-time ride in the iconic number 43 car for 2018. But Bubba's journey started long before that moment. Rising through NASCAR's developmental series, he made history in 2013 by becoming the first African-American driver since Wendell Scott to win in one of NASCAR's national series when he took the checkered flag at Martinsville in the Truck Series. Those early Cup Series years weren't easy. Racing for a team fighting for resources, Bubba managed 3 top 5 finishes over 3 seasons. But what those statistics don't show is how he was building a reputation, not just as a driver with raw talent, but as someone unafraid to use his platform to drive change in the sport. His second-place finish in his first Daytona 500 in 2018 showed the racing world what he could do with the right circumstances, a sign of things to come. Then came the announcement that shocked the NASCAR world. NBA legend Michael Jordan and Cup Series star Denny Hamlin were forming a new team, 23X Racing, and they wanted Bubba Wallace as their driver. This wasn't just another team launch. This was Michael Jordan, perhaps the greatest competitor in sports history, choosing NASCAR as his next conquest, and he chose Bubba to lead the charge. The pressure was immense. Driving for an NBA legend known for his ruthless competitive spirit meant expectations were sky high from day one. Behind the scenes, the relationship between Bubba and his team owners has been crucial to his development. Hamlin, still an active competitor, has provided invaluable mentorship, while Jordan has brought his championship mindset to the operation. As Hamlin once noted, Bubba has the talent to be one of NASCAR's stars. We're just giving him the tools to show what he can do. What many don't see are the endless hours Bubba puts in away from the track, the simulator sessions, the fitness regimen, the team meetings. NASCAR's modern era demands complete dedication, and reaching 300 starts proves Bubba has given everything to this sport. His crew chief, Booty Barker, has praised Wallace's technical feedback and ability to communicate what the car needs, skills that have developed significantly throughout his career. As Wallace himself reflected before the Kansas race, I reflect a lot on the bad ones, because we always say we can always remember the ones we lose, right? That's the mindset of a true competitor, haunted more by defeats than celebrated by victories. This perfectionist attitude has pushed him through difficult stretches when results weren't coming. October 4th, 2021, Talladega Superspeedway. Through the rain and the chaos, Bubba Wallace drove to victory lane, becoming the first black driver to win a Cup Series race since Wendell Scott in 1963. This wasn't just a win for Bubba or 23's X. This was a watershed moment for NASCAR, a sport working to become more inclusive and diverse. The emotion in victory lane told the story of what this meant not just to Bubba, but to countless fans who saw themselves represented in that moment. The win didn't come without controversy, as a rain-shortened race always brings questions. But what many forget is how strong Wallace has always been at superspeedways. His drafting ability and understanding of the air at tracks like Daytona and Talladega have consistently put him in position to win at these venues, proving his victory was skill, not just circumstance. But Bubba was just getting started. His second win came right back at Kansas Speedway in 2022, proving that first victory was no fluke. This one hit different. A full-distance race where he outdueled the best in the business on an intermediate track, traditionally the most competitive venues in NASCAR. Then in 2023, he qualified for the playoffs, showing he belonged among NASCAR's elite. Though he narrowly missed advancing through the rounds, that season established him as a consistent threat. After a challenging 2024 season where the team struggled with the ever-evolving next-gen car, Wallace came roaring back in 2025 with the biggest win of his career, holding off 2-time champion Kyle Larson to kiss the bricks at Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the legendary Brickyard 400. The finish was nothing short of spectacular. 2 titans of the sport, side by side in the final laps at America's most famous racing venue. When Bubba took the checkered flag, even competitors had to acknowledge the magnitude of the achievement. The road to 300 starts hasn't been smooth. Wallace has faced scrutiny few drivers experience. He's dealt with criticism, controversy, and the pressure of being in the spotlight. The infamous garage pull incident at Talladega in 2020 thrust him into national headlines for reasons beyond racing. But through it all, he's remained authentic, wearing his emotions on his sleeve and staying true to himself. That mental toughness is what separates drivers who make a handful of starts from those who reach milestones like 300. It's about bouncing back from the crashes, the mechanical failures, and the last lap heartbreaks. Bubba's racing style has evolved significantly throughout his 300 starts. Early in his career, he was known for aggression that sometimes led to inconsistency. Now, he's developed a more calculated approach, knowing when to push and when to collect points. His ability to save tires while maintaining speed has become one of his greatest strengths, something that serves him particularly well at tracks like Kansas and Richmond. This season, Bubba sits 8th in points after another strong run at Kansas. The consistency he's showing proves he's evolved into one of NASCAR's most reliable performers. His growth as a driver has been remarkable, from those early days just trying to survive to now consistently battling at the front. His average finish has improved nearly every season, and his rapport with his crew has reached the point where they often know what adjustments to make before he even reports an issue. We can't talk about Bubba's success without mentioning 23 Ickand Racing's remarkable rise. What started as a new team just a few years ago has become a genuine contender, expanding to 2 cars with Kurt Busch and now Tyler Reddick joining the organization. The team has invested heavily in technology and personnel, becoming one of the most advanced operations in the garage. Bubba's played a crucial role in that development. As he noted, it's cool to go through the motions with RPM and now 23 sacks, and to build this team into what it is now, so it's cool to play small parts. Bubba's impact extends far beyond the track. His drive for diversity background has helped him connect with new NASCAR fans from all walks of life. His willingness to speak on social issues has opened doors for conversations that NASCAR had previously avoided. All the while, he's balanced this responsibility with the primary job of being as fast as possible on Sundays. So what's next for Bubba Wallace? With 3 wins already on his resume, and championship contention becoming the expectation rather than the hope, the ceiling is high. Could a championship be in his future? The foundation is certainly there. At just 32 years old, Wallace is entering what many consider a driver's prime years. With 23 Racing's continued investment and Bubba's growing confidence, that Championship 4 appearance seems more like a when than an if. From those first nervous laps as a substitute driver to 300 starts and victory lane at NASCAR's most iconic venues, Bubba Wallace's journey represents what makes this sport special. It's about persistence, growth, overcoming obstacles, and seizing moments. 300 starts isn't just a number. It's a testament to staying power in one of the most competitive environments in sports. It's proof that Bubba Wallace isn't just passing through NASCAR, he's making his mark on it. Fellow driver and friend Ryan Blaney perhaps said it best. Bubba's one of the most genuine guys in the garage. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and he's earned everything he's achieved in this sport. Nobody gave him anything. That 300 mark is impressive, but knowing Bubba, he's just getting started. As he continues to chase checkered flags and championships, one thing is certain. The story of Bubba Wallace is still being written, and if these first 300 starts are any indication, the best chapters may be yet to come. Will we see him lifting the Cup Series trophy at Phoenix someday soon? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. Bubba Wallace has earned his place among NASCAR's elite drivers. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Bubba's milestone, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment with your favorite Bubba Wallace moment. See you at the track.